Hi, good morning. I'm Dave.
And I'm Blossom. Oh, welcome to the
You
Rude
forget
Customers
that sometimes.
Rude Customers podcast.
The Rude Customers Podcast.
Yeah, we were just talking about love.
We were just talking about love and communication.
How
They're
I
beautiful
don't say
things.
that I love him because actually I do. What we were saying was
She says that she loves me, but she
Yeah.
doesn't like to say she loves me, and there's a reason
Because
for it. Why is that reason?
Because, okay, normal person, after a while of dating, when you say I love you, I love you too. Okay, bye, bye. When I say it every single time I love you too, he has the biggest smile. And just the cheese, it doesn't go away.
I love
it.
it.
Stays on his face planted.
It makes me happy that she loves me. I love hearing it so much that it makes me smile, and that joy somehow upsets her. It's somehow because I don't stop. Because I don't stop smiling. That's the complaint. That's her problem. Too much happiness. Her saying "I love you" back brings me too much happiness. That's the
does.
It does not.
Yes,
it brings
it
me
does.
the Dave level appropriateness of happiness. That's how much of happiness it brings me.
You know what? I think if we told these customers, these rude ones, that I love you, do you think it might bring them the same amount of happiness it brings you?
No, because they know that it's a lie. But it would be a great way to diffuse. That would be an amazing way to diffuse the situation. If you just dead-eyed look somebody in the face as they're going full Karen factor 7 on you, and you just go, soften your eyes and everything. Hey, I love you.
Sexual harassment.
Yeah, then you get sued.
Sexual
Don't say it too
harassment.
creepy. Take about 15% off the eyes. Yeah. I love you. Say it creepy. Say, I love you. Yeah, no, there's no way out. You're getting sued.
Yeah.
It's hard to diffuse situations like that. Sometimes when people get heated, and especially when money and food's involved, my God, it's hard to diffuse a situation. We see it every day. It's our jobs now.
You know what I was thinking, though? I was thinking this morning while I was looking for videos, I was like, I remember opening and I remember closing. And now this could be either at a Starbucks or at a Jack in the Box or at a but a food place is really where I'm talking about here. The closers, correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm going to ask you guys. Don't the closers do the most work and get the most shit in the mornings? Like, the closers will do the most, like, wait, you want us to do all this before we leave? But then you got to clock out ahead of time, or you get in trouble for staying later than normal, but then they still want you to do everything. And it's kind of like, you can't win. So I need to be clocked out by 9:30 or 10, right? But then we still got to, whether it's a restaurant, roll a shit ton of silverware. Or if it's not a restaurant and it's like a Starbucks, you got to make sure every single counter is clean. The beans are cleaned out. And, there's so much shit. You got to prep for the cold brew and prep this. Like, there's so much stuff that goes on in a closing shift. And they never get the respect. The closers need some respect because in the morning, people, they come in. This wasn't done. Who closed last night? Like, the morning people, they just come in, whoop-de-doo-doo-doo. They make their coffee. They make whatever. They do their inventory, whatever the hell it is, and then they complain. That's all the openers do is complain. So I apologize. No offense if you are an opener, but just feel the pain. Feel the pain of the closers, okay? Just feel it.
So it's this is a war that I've heard. This is like Hatfields McCoy's type thing. I've heard this for years. My mother was also on your side. She hated the openers. And she was a midday shift, by the way, because that was where the most money made at the Excalibur. So she was a midday shift. She was killing it. But she really hated the openers for the same reason. It's just the closers do have to do a lot. But now I've seen both sides. Now, I do think that it's important to note that the openers need the closers and the closers need the openers. The openers do have a lot of stuff that they have to get done in the morning, and sometimes the closers do forget that because it seems like it's much easier.
No, it do
at
because
the
it's the
beginning
same
rather than the end. Because that is the difference. Doing your tasks at the beginning of your shift opposed to doing your tasks at the very end of your shift, like closers have to do, is a world of difference mindset-wise. It's literally the first thing. So it's easy to dismiss everything that you do first thing in the morning because you're the freshest, you're the best you're going to be all damn day. At the end of the day, you're dragging ass. You've had to deal with everything, and you know that the day shift is going to complain about something, just like the day shift knows that the night shift will complain about the day shift. Yeah. We need to come together, people. We need a round table discussion between the appropriate representation of the mornings, the closers, and the openers. We need to do this. It's important.
One day out of the week, not out of the week, one day out of the year, 1 week out of the year, the closers need to be openers and the openers need to be closers.
Opposite day.
That is opposite week.
Opposite week. I like
because,
it.
Because, yeah, they just need a taste of their own medicine because, I'm sorry, it's because then with closing too, you're serving the customers, but then you're still trying to close. Like, it's.
Let me throw something at you because now you bring up a really interesting point. Because anytime that I've ever been in a management position, I never let people stay on a shift for too long. And I learned this in the military, and there's a reason for it. You learn different things at different. You learn different things at different times of the day. Mm-hmm. Like whenever shifts are just different, especially when they're broken up into threes, kind of how military is, because it's 24-hour operations. And 12s are nice, but 8s are better, So you learn different things by being on different shifts. So when I was ever in a management position, I always made sure to shift things up. And if you can, shift up jobs, shift up responsibilities. That way everyone's learning each other's jobs. Not only will they know, but they'll appreciate.
The problem there is that people got kids and,
True.
So people are like, I can't do this because yada, 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 yada.
True, but you try to find the people that can. Like you don't get dissuaded by the people who can't. You try to find as many people as you can, and sometimes that breeds the right atmosphere. I mean, I've seen it. I'm not saying it works in everyone. I'm saying I've just seen it. It's like that really good positive mindset. If you can get a couple people on board, you just never know. So keep the lines of communication open and try to keep everybody sharp. So, but if you have to deal with that situation where everything is stagnant, you're going to have to deal with the interpersonal problems because no one's going to respect because they can't. So I love the idea of doing that flip for at least a week. If you can't do it permanently,
a week
out
of the year. Choose your
like
week. Everyone's busy, so choose your week out of the year to which you can do that flip. Because let me tell you, I think the restaurant industry, the food industry workers would be a little bit more understanding. That's all. I just want to say closers need some more respect. I understand openers, before they open, there's a lot of things that have to run. There's a lot of things that has to happen in order for you to open. There's a lot of things like you got to put, depending on what the job is, you still have to be able to open in an atmosphere where you're serving customers in 30 more minutes. So I understand that. But I just want to say, I feel like the closers do not get the respect. They don't.
They get no respect. They're like Rodney Dangerfield.
So
no respect at all. I will say this. I think I have gotten a new restaurant concept out of this conversation.
What?
A military restaurant.
What?
I want drill sergeants as waiters.
What?
Yes.
Oh,
I want drill sergeants as waiters.
That reminds me of the Karen restaurant where everyone's mean to you.
Yeah, but I don't want it like that. I want it because Karens are not respected. People in uniforms are. So you get military, but I want to take it further. I want to get like old, retired, fudged up drill sergeants to be waiters and waitresses. Yeah, I want it to get awkward. I want it to get heavy. No. Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll call it the salute.
Let's not age discriminate, okay?
No, we'll have everybody involved. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll have everybody involved. But some of my favorite ones will be the old crotchety ones.
No one better get me up while I'm eating. Like, get up and do, I don't know,
get
50
up, Private.
Push-ups.
If you don't finish that plate, you will do 15 push-ups. Get down now.
No.
Yeah, that'd be great. I can come out every so often.
The restaurant will go
march.
out of business.
No, I can come out and do like DNC and stuff. I can twirl rifles. I didn't want to do military stuff when I was in the military. I don't know why I want to now do a restaurant where I'd be doing military stuff. That's I spent a lifetime not doing military stuff when I was in the military. I was brilliant at it. It really was. It was the most powerful E4 that the military's ever seen. It's true.
All right, should we move on to reacting to videos? I think we should.
Let's go.
All right, so to give you some context with this video, basically the rude customer gets upset that she doesn't have enough funds to pay for her item, and let's watch what happens.
Oh boy.
Or listen to what happens.
Yeah. Depending on what medium you're on.
Call. You don't have money. Rude. You're rude. Okay. You're the one that don't have money. You don't know how to work a cash register. Yeah. GD. Yeah, okay. The manager just came up. You have no money on your card. What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
I love how like really cashiers like the manager just came up. You have no money on your card.
But she's not even trying to be mean there, although she's got a smirk.
Yeah.
She's just stating a fact there, because what do you want her to do?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we get it. You're embarrassed. It happens. But stop ruining. You're not just ruining her day. You got someone else with their camera out.
Mm-hmm.
You're making everybody's day a little bit. Let me tell you, there might not be a happy person in that line at some point. Like, this is just a way to make things worse. Just move about your day. Go put money on your bank and call it a day. You're fine. You're fine. Calm down, Karen. Ooh, calm down, Karen.
They'll tell you I have money on my card. Learn how to work the register. Yeah, okay. Bye-bye. You owe. I'm calling the cops. Go ahead. Give me my receipt.
Yeah, you're the bro. Like, what the fuck?
Over 1,000.
No matter how many times you hear it. Hold up the line.
She mean tell me I have no money? You're the one I have. No, you're being an
Her poor daughter, bro. Her poor daughter.
You know how many times I've been here?
In front of her daughter.
She's like, you know how many times I've been here?
And like, how can you do that with your kid in tow? You know, like, to have no shame in front of your child, to have no ability to just stop yourself and go, my kid's here. Maybe I'm setting a bad example. Perhaps.
Well, didn't she take her receipt though?
She did.
And she said she was going to call the cops. But shouldn't she have just given her the receipt?
Yeah, she ain't gonna call the cops. She call the cops on what? No, ain't nobody calling the cops. Oh, you mean the cashier?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they have a digital receipt. They can always pull up the last batch and just reprint the receipt.
I get it, but we didn't see her. We saw her take the receipt and then give it to the lady. Didn't give it to the customer.
Oh, yeah. That
So,
Karen, that Karen will be long gone.
I
Dust
know.
in the wind.
The Karen needs to get Karened.
We need to start Karening Karens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one was okay. I mean, that wasn't like the worst thing I've seen. If she gone through a self-checkout, she would have yelled at herself.
Yeah, right.
You know, I mean, it wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen. Has anyone ever made you cry before?
What, at work?
Like a customer has made you cry? Don't lie.
I've never had a situation where I've let my
pissed.
emotions. Pissed all the time. I hate, like, I'd say 7 out of 10 of my customers. I do. I hate them all.
What?
Yeah. I work in a pawn shop, though. I think that people will understand. It's a respect hate.
No, there was that one time where you were really angry. Remember?
Yeah, okay. With me, I am 100% professional 100% of the time. Now, the reason why the pawn shop is a little bit different is because there are friends of the pawn shop that are not exactly customers, but they're friends of the pawn shop. And they do spend some money, but they also help make some money. So there's relationships that I have to understand that are beyond myself. So I have to check my friggin' attitude because I know I can't talk to them the way that I can talk to other people, even regular customers. So there has been times where I have gotten into I have allowed myself to dip into that pool, and it has been explosive. But I try to respect Jimmy's store. I try to respect the shop because I know it's not my place to cost him customers. Now, his friends and people who are, beneficiary to the shop and stuff, who are pickers and things, I do have to keep that relationship in mind. But I do have sometimes more leeway to get my venting out. So it's just all different aspects.
Yeah, I haven't really. It's been a long time since I've cried at work. I would have to say, I think the last time I cried would be. It was at work, but it was due to, or got angry. It was due to, it was this guy, this chef. His name was Jose. And Jose was quitting. Thank God. But then I ended up quitting too. But at the time, he always thought I didn't like him. Now looking back, I felt like he liked me. But he had a girlfriend that he would brag about all the time, but I knew he was being intimate with another employee while he was bragging about this girlfriend. And I think maybe he thought that I knew. Maybe that could have been it. But I don't know. He always, like, every single day, he's like, Blossom doesn't like me. She doesn't like me. Because I would never have a conversation with him. And I think one time, I forget exactly what happened. I think it's because, when you open up a wine bottle, you have, like, the little small wine bottle opener. And then there's that big one where you twist and twist. I bought the big one to work, and he was like making fun of me about bringing the big one to work instead of bringing the little small one. I don't know. It was just, there was a lot of high emotions because it was the restaurant's first year of opening. So there was a lot of like, willingness to really make it work out. And I remember one day he just made me cry because he was just, I don't know, I guess like making fun of me for using the different wine bottle opener. It was weird. It was insane.
Isn't it funny how some things will set us off? Like, oh, we can get emotional.
It was high emotions though, because it just was high emotions because we were trying to do this was before 2020.
Oh wow.
So we were trying to make sure that the restaurant stayed open, and it's doing pretty good now. I mean, I ordered from there all the time. That's where I get my lobster truffle fries.
Oh, that's that same place?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Do we want to shout him out?
Sure. He doesn't work there anymore. If you are ever in Westport, Connecticut, definitely check out Matchburger Lobster. It's really good. I order there all the time.
Wait, when was the last time you ordered there? Because I haven't seen you order there for a very long time, and the last I've tried it once. I've tried it once.
Because it's one of those things where it doesn't travel well,
and
so
food.
you really just want to go in and dine. But I've ordered there from Uber Eats. Like I will on the weekends when I stay at my parents' house, I will order from there. I just started ordering from there again because I miss the lobster truffle fries. Like when you say truffle, it's not truffle oil, y'all. It's actual real truffle that's shaved onto the fries. Okay, so just letting you know that you're getting real truffles and it's worth every single penny. So I'm a huge fan of the lobster truffle fries and the hot lobster roll. And if you even want to do like the hot lobster roll, and they have like a half hot lobster roll mini and then a half mini burger, those are all good options. So, and I never recommend anything unless it's really good. So know that. What?
No, I just needed people to hear this. That was all.
What? It's so good. And, I will never, no one can force me to. Like, y'all get this. So I've been doing, so this Instagram page, so we have an Instagram page that's 70,000 plus followers. It might be 40,000 because since we did a huge name brand. It's not Server Vent. It's not Server Vent anymore. It's official Rude Customers podcast. Yep. But the reason why I mention that is because I used to get so many sponsorships before Dave and I decided to do this as a team and do the whole name change and all that. I used to get so many sponsorships, and I would decline a lot of them because I'd be like, no, I'm not doing this. To me, it was never this project was never about the money. It was never about it because I started this in 2014 and I was getting money from it. It was never about the money. So all this to say that if I'm going to recommend something, if I'm going to share with you guys about something, it's because I genuinely love it. And there are some things, like we received our first sponsorship and I declined it because I'm like, what the fuck is this? But not even that. It's like, we don't use it. So why would we sit here and we received our first sponsorship and we were like, we don't use it. So why are we going to try to make money off of it? Yeah. And we don't use it. Because our most followers are on Instagram because, if people are listening to this on the podcast, if they're watching the YouTube channel, they're going to be like, you guys don't have any,
Did you respond to them, by the way?
No.
They're just auto declined?
I guess I should respond and say no, but
see, I would say I always think about how to respond to those because I know that there's a lot of sponsorships being thrown out there and all this, but I think about these things. I think the way to respond to that in the future is just like, if we don't use it, but why don't you send it to us? Let us use it let us see if we want to use it. I want to be that type of company.
I'll respond.
You know what I mean? I want to be that type.
I don't want to use it. I don't really. It's just not something that we both. It's.
She just won't let me friggin' just let. Look what she does.
We're gonna be on the level.
I want free stuff. Send me free stuff.
Just know.
Send me free stuff. I'll test it.
Every single thing that we do, it's going to be absolutely legit, and we're both going to. Not one of us. We're both going to really love it.
Send me your stuff. I will test it. And if I love it, I will talk about it endlessly. Send me free things and I will like them or hate them. You are rolling the dice. Send me free stuff.
Yeah. Anyways, So
We will have an address. We already have a PO box type of thing, so we're good. Send us free stuff.
oh gosh, don't
It's gonna be great.
don't listen to him, y'all.
I'm telling you, I have great opinions.
Okay, so let's watch one more or react to one more video, and it's basically a customer lying about not receiving her DoorDash order.
Ooh.
But this one's kind of strange, and once I start playing, you'll see why.
Strange DoorDash orders. When does that happen?
This bitch Kirsten gonna tell DoorDash she never got her fucking food. Bitch, I had to come back because what the fuck is this? Kirsten?
I'm pausing real quick. Are we opposed to like going back to the person's?
It's a hard one because you
here's
know my
what you
stance
do.
most of the time. My stance is do not escalate. And this goes against do not escalate.
But here's what you do though. You just take a video. Take a video of every single house
Right.
that you go to. I know Uber will make you take a photo sometimes, but
video your walk up.
Yeah, video your walk up
And walk
always. And be like, nope, look, I gave them, this is the number, the house number, this is the food. Yeah.
You know what I just realized?
What?
Where this is going to come to? DoorDash are going to have to wear body cams like police.
Oh gosh.
This is where it's going to.
No, it's not.
It is. Give me the body cam footage. That's kind of what I was asking for yesterday too, in a way. It's like, give me the footage. Give it to me. Waiters, body cam footage. This is how we solve our problems. GoPro's about invest in GoPro. I just solved the world's problems.
Oh
but
gosh.
here's the thing, to your point. She's good up until she knocks on the door.
Mm-hmm.
Once she knocks on the door, it becomes a problem because now she's made a
Because
confrontation.
even then, she could have just taken this photo right here and then given it to DoorDash.
Yeah. Even if she knocks and walks, I think that's okay too. Say down the hallway, you ain't getting me fired. That food's been there for the last hour. But also back up your evidence on it too. Hopefully she had something to prove it. Hopefully the picture that they make you take, she had it. She could prove when she put the food down. So
I
it
don't
doesn't
know
look.
if DoorDash makes. I know Uber does sometimes. You
Because
have the
you know
option
she's
of
gonna.
taking
The
a
first thing
photo.
this lady's gonna open the door and be like, "You just put it there. You just put it there." You know what I mean? And so it's like it's a confrontation because she's allowed to come to the door and knock. So you don't want to do that. I would avoid knocking on someone's door. They might have a gun.
Hey, you Kirsten?
Yes.
Why you said you never got your food on DoorDash?
No,
They literally gave me a violation on my account because the food never got delivered.
I'll correct it. I literally said, since you were knocking on this door since 8 p.m., right when I ordered that, I did not.
I knocked, I just dropped off 2 orders and then came back.
No, I did. I swear to God. I swear on God, I did not leave any type of violation.
Okay, well, why y'all got the food sitting outside?
Because I was asleep. I mean,
Okay, well, yeah,
that's what I'm
literally
saying,
soon as I left, it said.
Okay. No, I'll leave it. I'll go leave it with you or whatever. But literally, I was asleep. We didn't do no bad review, no nothing like that. I'm not.
Okay, well, they already gave me the violation, so that's what I'm saying. I told them that you did get the food, so if they ask you or something, you need to let them know that you have it.
No, I will. Because
Okay.
I swear, I was just asleep.
Thank you. The fuck? This bitch Kirsten.
That was a weird interaction.
That's what I thought. I thought
That was a weird interaction.
it was weird, and here's why. So if she was trying to play a con, then she would have taken the food, right? She wouldn't have kept it out there.
It's weird.
That's weird.
It-
Do you think she was on something and
She
then probably
looked it.
pressed a button or something didn't mean to because
Fell back
that's
asleep in a
strange.
stupor.
Yeah.
Possible. I'm also wondering on the other side as well. I'm trying to wonder what exactly happened for both sides because she gave it up pretty easily too. She was like, just tell them if they contact you, just tell them it's okay. I don't know if that makes the violation go away, but it's just, I don't know. The interaction was strange. It was a strange. I don't know how all that works.
But
How
then
does
the writing goes, oh, well, how does she know that I knocked on her door at 8 a.m.?
That's drugs.
8 p.m., I mean.
that could be drugs? Like that, to your point earlier, that could just be drugs. She
She knew exactly the time that she knocked on her door, so...
It's like, yeah.
that was weird.
It's a weird
I don't even
interaction.
think that she's a rude customer, but I don't think she.
Oh, she folded like a lawn chair. To be fair.
Well, the lady came back and knocked on her door and said,
Yeah. I mean, straight up.
"Here's your food."
And it looked like she was kind of filming down a little bit. So this lady could have been like 6'2", 6'3". We don't know. Mm-hmm. It's scary stuff.
I don't know.
Because this little girl looked like she was waking up from some sort of a drug nap. Good. But you know what? I'm kind of glad that it didn't escalate. That was the best case scenario. Because I'm worried about things about to get
She wants her
real.
bank. She wants to make money. You could, she's hustling, but that's okay because you could tell she got Uber Eats too. She about to go on Uber Eats and do the same thing, but she wanted to correct with DoorDash. So I don't know how DoorDash works because I haven't used DoorDash, but I've Uber Eats so much, and I mean as a customer and as an employee, and I will say that. That's never happened to me.
Right, it's rare. That's rare.
Never happened to me. I can't even say. But what's funny enough was my older sister that I don't speak to. She actually got suspended from Uber. Yeah. Really? Well, she would be one to get suspended because either she ate the food or some shit.
Oh, yeah, fair.
My older sister, guys. When I say that I cannot help who I'm related to, my older sister, you couldn't even tell that we're related. You could not because. It baffled me where I've made over 3,000. Y'all, I applied for technically, if I wanted to, I could have gotten to go to Arizona State University because you needed 3,000 Uber trips and then you needed to be at a 5-star rating. And I was at that and I could have gone to Arizona State for free. And if I picked it up again, I could do the same thing because I have over 3,000 trips. And long story short, what I'm saying is that I drove over 3,000 trips and my sister is the one who got suspended and I don't know what happened. Shit like that always happens to her. And I'm like, I can't help. I know she did something wrong. When we learned about it, we were like, what did she do? What did she do?
I just got to wonder what it takes to get a violation through some of these companies. Because I can't think that just one late order would get you a violation.
Because you would have to think with the 3,000 trips, there were some people that called and was like, I didn't get it. Or, you know what I mean? But I never received any of that from Uber Eats.
It's just weird. So I'm wondering how much of that was the whole truth or what fully happened. Because it's just like I said, the whole interaction was weird. It was weird.
Yeah, I agree.
It was weird. But it makes me wonder. I do want to know kind of how those violations go because I get pissed off when some of my food doesn't. I can't remember the last time that it was everything was perfect. It doesn't happen all the time. There's always, maybe that wasn't fair. That was
that's not fair at all.
We literally
ordered
orders.
pizza. We ordered pizza this week and that was perfectly fine.
No, you're right.
We ordered a million things and it's perfectly fine.
You're right. I got a little over emotional because when bad orders happen, who gets affected? Me.
Here's the thing. So there was only one time to where I was like, mind you, I didn't do anything. I was just crying on the inside here in this same exact spot, just a little bit over there. When I was really wanting some brownies and ice cream. So I had the ice cream here and I was going to order some brownies from Starbucks, which I did. And I wrote, no, I didn't write anything. That prompted me to now write more directions, but they left it outside. We live in an apartment. They left it outside and the squirrel ate
Squirrels
my brownies.
got it. I came out there watching the squirrels eating it. It was amazing.
I was so mad and I was not going to touch that and eat
incredible.
It again.
No, rabies.
I know. Oh, I was so mad.
Well, we do get a lot of
but that wasn't their fault. But
no, that's non-common sense. I'm sorry. There's 2 doors. That door opens. You can see. You can put it on the inside. It's a big glass cubicle. It's like a huge glass phone booth. You can look at that and know. Put that inside there. You don't leave piping hot food outside. No. I ain't giving that excuse. I believe people are better. But we do have issues that you don't see though sometimes with delivery issues. People getting impatient, going one place to the other. I do got to deal with that sometimes. It does happen.
I know, but this building's hard.
It is
It's hard
weird.
because it's not. There's the parking lot, there's the front, so you just don't.
And it is
know
on
where
a
to
weird
go.
turn, and for some reason the GPS keeps taking them to the next.
Right, so
building
that's
over.
why I said this.
So,
You
yeah.
can't really count this building. Oh, my stomach is growling.
I heard that.
It's growling.
I heard that.
It's hungry.
Do we have to order something and then hope the squirrels don't get it?
Nah, I'm thinking I might probably go get some coffee down the street.
Coffee fees.
Or I can make coffee here. We have a really nice coffee maker.
We have a couple of really nice coffee makers.
Yeah.
In fact, we have a commercial grade coffee maker, essentially.
We do.
We can open up an espresso bar.
We can.
It's pretty great.
I should just make my coffee here. I have everything that I
And
need
you have
here.
like 17 different beans.
Yeah. What am I doing? I'll make my coffee here.
And different milks. You have different
Yes,
milks.
yeah.
You said you've been a barista.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
I'm very awake this morning. That's never happened. You know why? Because I said, you know what? So we were watching Monk last night, and I was like, you know what?
We love
I
some
could sit
Monk.
here for 2 or 3 more hours on my phone working, or I could. I am working.
No, you did the quote. You did a half air quote over there.
Because I don't know if you hear anything. It's not me farting, guys. My stomach is just growling. But I was like, I could sit here for 2 or 3 hours working, or I could wake Dave up because he's already snoring
I
in
was falling
episode
asleep.
1 of Monk. But anyways, yeah, you were
little
already
bit.
snoring,
I
and
walked
then
more
I
than
was
I
like, or I could wake Dave up. It's 12:13.
I was about to say, would you like to tell them the time?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's 12:13. Well, what I was saying was I could either sit here until 3 in the morning or 12 in the morning, and I decided, you know what, I'm gonna take myself to bed because I have a busy. Other than this, I have my other channel called An Honest Conversation, and it's doing pretty well, like as a small channel and all. So, did you just hear my stomach growl again?
Yeah.
It's doing pretty well as a small channel, but I have another video that I wanted to film today, and yada yada yada. So I had other stuff, and I was like, let's just wake Dave up and go to bed. And I did, and now I feel really refreshed. So I made a nice adult decision.
And it was a good one. It was a very mature.
And TMI, I'm on my cycle, and I have so much cramps right now. It's insane, the amount of cramps that I have.
There.
Thanks.
You'll be okay. Everything will be fine.
Okay, thank you. No ovary person.
I know. Thankfully. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Oh, I love being a dude. You kidding me? It's great being a guy. I can admit that. I love being a guy. And I'm pretty good at it too.
Any last words?
Yes, thank you guys so much for joining us another wonderful day here on the official Rude Customers podcast. Make sure you check us out everywhere where you consume audio and video content. And more things coming soon. So comment, like, subscribe, support.
Thank you for being here. We'll see you tomorrow.